Hi everyone, Greg Kononenko here. In this video we're going to be talking about, finally, how to get traffic. So we're going to be covering how to actually pin your content that you have created to group boards and then get the traffic. So by now you should have already created your content, or at least your pins, and your pins should be linking to affiliate links or to your content or wherever you want the traffic to go. By now you should also have 50 or more followers on your account, and you should have applied and gotten accepted into the group boards, okay? Or at least be on the way to getting there. So I want to give you an overall strategy, and then I'm actually going to walk you through exactly how you should go about doing the pinning, you know, the technical step-by-step everything. So first thing that you're going to do is you're going to be checking the rules of group boards into which you're going to get accepted. So I'm going to show you on the example of my own profile that the groups have rules. So I'm just going to scroll down to where the group boards start, okay, and I'm going to open these up, and you're going to see that they actually have rules. So as an example, this one here says board rules, please limit to only 2 pins per day, no duplicates for 30 days please. Pins can be about anything related to money, alright? So that's rule number 1 here. This one has no rules, no pin restrictions. Well, pins on, that's the topics here, and then it says no pin restrictions and so forth. You'll actually notice that each group has got its own rules, and you need to stick to rules, because if you don't stick to the rules, then there is a chance that you're going to be kicked out of the board and all your hard work is going to go to waste. So, I mean, look, it's not everyone is super strict, but I'm just letting you know what to do to make sure that you are as safe as possible, because it's unpleasant to get kicked out of a group board. So basically what we're going to be doing here is, in order to share your content, okay, I'm going to provide you with a template. I'm going to walk you through the template of how everything works here. But let's just finish this strategy first. So you're going to check the rules of group boards, okay? If you're in 100 group boards, then obviously you'll probably want to focus on the boards that have more followers. That's probably self-explanatory. Then you'll need to set up a schedule, and you can use the schedule here that I'm going to put a link under this video so that you can utilize this schedule. And after you've done this schedule, then you're going to need to log in once or twice a day and start sharing your content. So that's the overall strategy. So let's just do this step by step here. Okay, so first of all, the way that I set up this template, and you can go a lot crazier and a lot more sophisticated if you like, but I've got 2 things. So first of all, I've got one template for pinning the content. So I've got a board here, so board URL, okay, and then I've got the dates, and you're going to put all of your boards in here. So for now I've just put top money tips and money making ideas, which is this board here and this board here for now. So let's just open them up so that we'll follow with the examples here. So top money tips and money making ideas, okay? And there's a board URL here. Now, you will want to capture the rules. So just put the rules. So top money tips is this one, and the rules are going to be 2 pins per day, no duplicates for 30 days. All right, just so that I know the rules. Now, the rules here are please pin one pin, okay, no posting limit, so basically no limit, and they want you to take 1 pin per day from this board and repin it, okay, share it with your followers, repin 1 a day. Okay, and so forth. So you're going to go through here and you're going to put all of your boards and all of the rules, all right? And if you are in a lot of boards, then you'll probably want to prioritize which boards you put in here. Then what you've got here is content. So I actually numbered all of my pins when I used to be doing this. I numbered all of my pins, okay? And the way to do this would be all of the pins that you have in your best of board, or wherever you keep your pins, just give them a number. So you're going to come into here, into content, and you're going to give that pin a number, and you're going to put the pin URL. And the reason why we do this is because sometimes it says no duplicates for 30 days. So you're going to have all of your dates. So you can continue this thing here. And you can, insert a lot more to the right. You can do as many as you want. Okay, so just select all of this thing here. Alright. Now, you don't want to duplicate for 30 days. So you actually need to keep track of which pins you're pinning. Okay, and the way to do this would be here. So it says 2 pins per day. So on the 25th of January, which is today, you can see today is the 25th of January. On the 25th of January, you're going to pin pins 1 and 2. Then 26, you're going to pin 3 and 4. So you're creating this schedule for yourself. Alright, and you're going to do this for the next 30 days because you can't do any duplicates. So to pin to these, so if you do the maths, right? So 30 days times 2 pins per day, you need at least 60 pins in order to be pinning to this group board twice a day with no duplicates for 30 days. At first, you might not actually have 60 pins. In which case, if you only have 30 pins, then you would do a schedule like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. Okay, so you have to schedule it out in your head, and each of those numbers corresponds to the content here. So you will know that today I need to share pin 1 into this group board. Okay, and then if I just do 1 a day, then in a month's time, 30 days later, I'm going to start sharing this pin 1 again. But after I do pin 1, I can't share it again. All right, and then on a daily basis, you will do the same thing here. If there is no limit and repin 1 a day, then you can actually go crazy and you can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if you only have 10 pins, okay, so let me just do this so that it wraps. Format, text wrapping, so we're going to go like this. Alright, so this way, if you only have 10 pins, you can just continue doing this, alright? At first, when you don't have a lot of content, you can just do this. So I'm hoping you're starting to get the picture here. You just need to schedule it out for yourself so that you know which days to pin what content, and the way that you do this is by number. There is no limit, right? Repin 1 a day, that's fine. So after you've done this scheduling, and obviously the more content you have, the better, but as you can see, you can start with just 10 pieces of content, but over time you really need to grow more so that you can really pin to a lot of group boards and cater to all of these requirements and rules and everything else. Then what you will do, you'll build it out like this, right? I'm just not going to bore you now with the detail. I wanted to give you an example with a couple of group boards, and then on a daily basis, you will need to go in and you will need to do what you were going to do. So today, you would need to pin number 1 to this group board. So I open up this group board. All right, like let's imagine that this was all closed, and this was like that, right? So you log on. Okay, hey, today's the 25th of January. I need to share pin number 1 to this group board. So you click this group board, and then you see what the group board name is, so top money tips. Okay, perfect. So I'm just going to copy this. Copy or Control C. Then content, so pin number 1 is the pin that I need to share, right? All right. So I need to hit save. And then I just put in this top money tips. And I know that this is the group board because, as you can see, there is a little, see these people here, just over there on the screen, that's the group board. I know that this is the group board, so I just hit save. And it's done, as you can see, save to top money tips, okay? So then I come in here and I go like that, just give it a color. This is actually actioned. And now you need to share tips 1, 2, and 3 to this group board. So let's open that up. And it's called Money Making Ideas. So once again, I go Control C, or you can right click copy, and then we need to do pins 1, 2, and 3. So let's open them up. Just make sure I close this one, and I close this one. Okay. All right. So let's just open them up now. So 1, 2, and 3, right? So these are the pins that we need to share. That's the first pin, so I hit save. Money making ideas. So Control V, or you can, that's what I did Control V on my keyboard, but you can go right click and paste whatever you're more comfortable with. And we save to this one. Okay, so we can close this because this is now done. Now this one needs to go into the same. So Control V or paste again. So money making ideas. So, all right, in here. And then hit that. And now I'm going to do this. So you can see it's not hard. It just looks a bit overwhelming. But the reason why I do this, guys, is because you really need to stay organized. Otherwise, you're going to get confused. And all of this is going to get too hard. So, but after you get into the flow of things, it's actually not very hard at all. Okay, so I've done pins 1, 2, and 3. I just clicked on them, opened them up, and done this. And now I've shared pins 1, 2, and 3 to this. So my job for today here is done. Obviously, if you have, 10 group boards or 20 group boards that you're posting to, it might take you 5 or 10 minutes, but it's not actually that hard after you get yourself organized. The main thing is to just get organized, and I recommend keeping a schedule similar to this one so that you can keep yourself organized. So once again, let me just run through this, make sure that you're super clear on this. So you're going to put all of the board URLs, so after you get accepted into the group boards, all right, so after you get the invite from the group board and you accept it, because you're going to get an email and you're going to get a notification on Pinterest. Notifications, by the way, will look like this. It's a bit slow. Let me just reload. I want to show you what the notifications look like when you get invited into a group board or accepted into the group board. The internet is being a little bit slow, sorry guys. Maybe this is because I am recording. I don't know why it's happening. So normally there should be a little thing that comes down here. Let me just reload this again. It might be because I'm recording the screen. Oh yeah, there we go. All right. So under the inbox, okay, there we go, because I had them, right? So you can see that such and such invited you to this board. Bloggers Blogging invited you to this board. And after you accept all of these invitations, you will see these boards. They will start coming up in your profile. So when you log on and you look at your profile, okay, and then you go to boards here, that's where you're going to start seeing all of these group boards. So they're all right there. All right. And we went through how to determine that this is a group board. It's got this circle with the faces and the profile pictures and everything else. And after this happens, you will add these board URLs in here so that you can open them up easily. You can insert the rules. Then you're going to add all of your content or the links to the pins. That's the easiest way to do this. The way to do this, once again, just to reiterate, is to number all of your content. All right, and these are the pins that were created as per the instructions in the previous videos, and you're just gonna copy link like this to each of these pins and give it a number. Okay, so just go like this. So apologies. So this one will be number 1, number 2, number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so forth. So you just copy link to each of them and paste into here so that you can then easily open them up by number. And then you just work through this schedule. So I'm hoping that this is making sense. Obviously, feel free to ask us guys any questions. I just wanted to go through this again so that you can understand how all of these sort of hangs together, because it's a little bit probably confusing when you're first looking into it, but it's absolutely necessary if you're going to stay organized, because how else are you going to know when you shared which piece of content into this group board that actually does not allow duplicates, right? So it's better to be a bit over-organized than under-organized, if that makes sense. So this is all. That's all there is to pinning to group boards. This is exactly how you can start sharing your content to these massive group boards. and how you can start getting huge traffic from Pinterest group boards. You just need to do this little bit of organization work, and then you're on your way. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.